Good morning. Happy Monday, PASW clients and friends joining us. Welcome to TV Scoring. I've been doing a lot of TV shows. We did Severance last week. You guys did a great job on that. We, The Crown. We've just done tons of stuff. White Lotus. Been a lot of fun looking at the opening titles, the opening theme, because this is so important. The theme is going to tell us the tone of the show. This show we're going to be watching this week is a dark comedy, and we've talked about that. We did Severance last week, which was somewhat of a dark comedy, a little dystopian. This is more kind of a mystery thriller comedy that you're going to like. That I think the opening titles are really cool visually and also, of course, musically, because that's why we're here. So, without further ado, let's take a look at The Flight Attendant.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for flying with us.
Can't you see?
I met Alex on the plane.
Hi.
Hey. We had dinner in Bangkok. We went back to his hotel.
There's no escape. I can't run. The dangerous. I'm loving it.
When I woke up in the morning, he was so alive.
You think they know you're lying?
The whole night, it just flickers. I can't remember anything about it.
Yes, I'm your best friend, so I have to ask. Why'd you clean it up?
I don't know.
Okay,
Just can't stop thinking how that guy in 3C died.
The flight attendant, she knows more than she's saying.
The FBI wanted information about you.
I'm gonna keep digging.
Do not do anything stupid.
Did you bring me to 3C's funeral?
If you weren't a suspect before, you sure as hell are now.
How many drinks have you had today?
I'm a crazy drunk flight attendant, not a killer. What did you get me involved with? I feel like I'm losing my mind.
How do you think you're getting away with any of this?
Oh, God.
So, dark comedy, mystery thriller. You can tell from that trailer, based on the novel, 2018 novel. And the main character, she's an alcoholic and she's a flight attendant, and she parties too hard one night and wakes up as we just looked at, with somebody dead in her room. So it's a mystery. We don't know how this happened. And there's a lot of cool things about this show. HBO, or Max rather now, that kind of show. And so the titles are really cool. It reminds me a little bit of a movie that we haven't looked at that we should. The opening titles of Catch Me If You Can, which is a throwback to titles from the 1960s. We looked at Saul Bass and Hitchcock and all those kind of cool titles. It's also interesting looking at these shows and the opening titles of these shows to see graphics and the graphics and how they're even put together. I'm dumbfounded by that, because I know, I video edit obviously, but I don't know about all that other realm of animation and graphics, how cool it is. So what am I talking about? We're going to take a look at that. So just pay attention visually. Let's to enjoy it, and also the crazy zany music. So let's take a look at the titles. So crazy, right? Blake Neely's a composer. He's an Emmy Award composer, done a bunch of stuff, and conductor, and orchestrator, did a lot of stuff for Everwood, Pan Am, and then this Emmy Award for Flight Attendant. Yeah, he won it for this. A very clever score. But studied at the University of Texas, majored in linguistics, so nothing to do with music. Or is there a connection between that? I'm not really sure. Crazy score. I mean, it kind of goes by really fast. I had to listen to it several times to kind of understand what's going on, because it's very fast and it's hard to tell the genre sometimes of the specific type of genre. You don't need to, but we're just here to kind of take apart and deconstruct some of these musical scenes. There's somebody that made a score for it. So let's take a look at the score and then we'll talk about what it sounds like. So energetic, right? Definitely have all the energy. What are we hearing? We're hearing a lot of percussion instruments, mostly all percussion, and we include piano and marimba. Those instruments are percussion instruments because you hit it. Anything you can hit is percussion instrument. Your finger hits the keyboard. That's percussion. Okay, so a bunch of that kind of stuff. You hear pianos, there's basses, there's it's like the whole kind of zany kitchen sink, and a lot of these percussive sounds he made. The composer was talking about sound effects that he had around in his brain, and also it's kind of like jazz, fusion jazz, like with tons of energy. The tone is really great because the main character is Cassie, and she's a mess, right? I mean, she's, as you saw from the trailer, mentally, emotionally unstable. The music is like that. The music is emotionally unstable and it's uncomfortable. Not in a comedic way though, and not in a let's all cry and be depressed because it's so emotional. It's a dark comedic score in a way. And it reflects the mood of the show, of this kind of being a lot of drama, right? What's going to happen? Kind of reminds me of White Lotus because he used a lot of percussion in that. So maybe composers these days are using a lot of percussion. This is another interesting thing we're learning, is what is being written today. Because we've done so many classes of composers for MC Korsakov, for Ravel. What were those guys doing? What was Mozart doing? Good. We need that. Now we're hearing composers that are living composers. What are the new sounds, the new theme songs, the new theme scores? What do they sound like now by living composers that are influenced by today's popular music? So this has been a great learning, experience for me too. Okay, so let's take a look at the titles again. Seance music, because this is what we're going to have to come up with. So let's take a look. So visually really cool, but we're gonna have to come up with some sort of music that sounds like this. Very energetic. Doesn't have to be percussion, but very energetic jazz fusion, salsa music, almost like, I mean, it's a lot of different mix of genres here, but something funny, right? It's a little bit, it's dark and funny, and it's not cartoon-like, but it's close to that somewhat. So come up with some ideas, have fun with this. This is very different than Severance. Severance was kind of an indie, like, there were only, remember, there were just 4 chords with Severance, and it kind of built upon these chords. This is so different than that score, which again is what I'm trying to show you, that each week there's even though the genre of the show could be similar, the music sets up, oh, it's this kind of show with this kind of, zany percussion, like crazy cartoon-like music. We'll write something too. We'll just have a lot of fun with it. So energy is the big thing here. So give me some ideas, and we're gonna have a great week. We'll see your results on Friday, and that's that. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.